Japan, a journey through time vertical bar, the epic story of culture and tradition. Embark on an epic journey through Japan's rich cultural history, from its ancient origins to its modern-day influence on the world. This video uncovers the profound and dynamic forces that shaped Japanese culture, where honor, tradition, and innovation intertwine to create a civilization unlike any other. Discover the spiritual depth of Shinto and Buddhism, the warrior ethos of the samurai, the artistic zenith of the Edo period, and Japan's transformation into a global cultural powerhouse. Witness how Japan's enduring traditions and cutting-edge creativity have made it a beacon of culture throughout history. 1. Ancient beginnings, the dawn of Japanese culture, Jomon and Yayoi periods, 14,000 BC, 300 AD. The Jomon period marks the genesis of Japanese culture, where early hunter-gatherers created some of the world's oldest pottery, revealing a deep connection with nature and spirituality. The Yayoi period introduced revolutionary advancements like rice cultivation and metallurgy, laying the foundations for a society that would evolve into one of the world's most culturally unique civilizations. Spiritual roots. These early periods also saw the emergence of animistic beliefs, which later crystallized into Shinto, Japan's indigenous spirituality that venerates the kami, spirits inherent in nature, ancestors, and sacred places. Shinto would become the spiritual bedrock of Japanese culture, deeply influencing its art, festivals, and way of life. 2. The rise of a nation, Shinto Buddhism and Imperial Japan. Buddhism's arrival, 6th century. The introduction of Buddhism from Korea and China ignited a cultural and intellectual revolution in Japan. The blending of Buddhism with Shinto created a unique spiritual and cultural synthesis that would permeate Japanese art, architecture, and philosophy. The construction of monumental temples and the adoption of Buddhist practices enriched the spiritual life of the Japanese, providing new avenues for artistic expression and cultural development. Imperial authority. During this time, Japan's imperial court began to consolidate power, and with it, a refined culture centered around the imperial family. The court became a patron of the arts, fostering the creation of literature, poetry, and the performing arts, setting the stage for Japan's classical age. 3. The Heian period, the pinnacle of classical Japanese culture. Heian period, 794–1185. The Heian period represents the zenith of classical Japanese culture. This era saw the flowering of Japanese literature, with works like The Tale of Genji, often regarded as the world's first novel, and The Pillow Book, offering a glimpse into the sophisticated life of the aristocracy. The Heian court became the cradle of Japan's aesthetic ideals, cultivating principles like asterisk mono, no-aware asterisk, the poignant beauty of the ephemeral, and asterisk wabi-sabi asterisk, beauty in simplicity and imperfection, which continued to define Japanese art and philosophy. Cultural refinement. The Heian period also marked the formalization of tea ceremonies, courtly rituals, and the refinement of calligraphy and painting, all of which became essential expressions of Japanese identity and values. 4. The samurai and feudal Japan. Honor, art, and the warrior spirit Kamakura and Muromachi periods, 1185–1573. The rise of the samurai warrior class introduced the Bushido Code, a strict ethical framework emphasizing loyalty, honor, and discipline. The samurai became the cultural and political elite, shaping a society where martial prowess was intertwined with a deep commitment to Zen Buddhism. Zen's emphasis on meditation and simplicity influenced not only the samurai's way of life, but also the arts, from the minimalist aesthetics of the tea ceremony to the stark beauty of Zen gardens. Cultural innovations. Despite the focus on warfare, this period also saw significant cultural achievements, including the development of Noh theater, with its powerful blend of drama, music, and dance, and the perfection of ink painting, which captured the spirit of Zen in every brushstroke. 5. The Edo period. Isolation, peace, and cultural flourishing. Edo period, 1603–1868. The Edo period was an era of unprecedented peace and stability, where Japan isolated itself from the outside world to preserve its cultural purity. This isolation fostered a cultural renaissance, with the Tokugawa shogunate encouraging the development of arts and entertainment that celebrated the unique Japanese way of life. The vibrant ukiyo-e woodblock prints captured scenes of everyday life, Kabuki theater entertained with its dramatic performances, and the haiku poetry of Matsuo Basho distilled the essence of nature into 17 syllables. Urban culture. The period also witnessed the rise of a dynamic urban culture in Edo, Tokyo, where merchants, artisans, and the common people became the new patrons of the arts, leading to the popularization of cultural forms that celebrated the fleeting beauty and joys of life, a concept encapsulated in the term ukiyo, the floating world. 6. The Meiji Restoration, Revolution and Cultural Transformation. Meiji period, 1868-1912. The Meiji Restoration was a period of dramatic transformation as Japan rapidly modernized and embraced Western technology, education, and industry while striving to maintain its cultural heritage. This era saw a blending of Western and Japanese elements in everything from fashion to architecture, as Japan sought to establish itself as a modern nation on the global stage. Cultural preservation and innovation. Despite the influx of Western influence, Japan remained fiercely protective of its cultural identity, ensuring that traditional arts like tea ceremony, flower arranging, ikebana, and martial arts continue to thrive alongside new artistic expressions and technological advancements. 7. The 20th century, war, recovery, and the birth of pop culture, Taisho and Showa periods, 1912-1989. The 20th century brought both immense challenges and remarkable resilience to Japan. The devastation of World War II and the subsequent American occupation deeply impacted Japanese society and culture. Yet, out of this period of turmoil emerged a renewed cultural vitality. Post-war Japan witnessed the rise of modern cultural forms that would take the world by storm. Manga, anime, and J-pop became global phenomena, capturing the imaginations of millions. Cultural Renaissance. In the post-war era, Japan also experienced a cultural renaissance, with a renewed interest in traditional practices such as tea ceremony, calligraphy, and Zen-inspired arts. This period reinforced Japan's identity as a nation that could harmonize its ancient traditions with modernity, creating a unique cultural landscape that continues to inspire the world. 8. Contemporary Japan. Tradition meets innovation, global influence, and cultural powerhouse. Today, Japan stands as a cultural giant, where ancient traditions coexist with cutting-edge technology and contemporary art forms. From the minimalist elegance of Japanese design and the global influence of anime and video games to the timeless appeal of its cuisine and the philosophical depth of Zen, Japan's cultural impact is felt worldwide. Cultural continuity. In a world of constant change, Japan remains a beacon of cultural continuity, where centuries-old practices like sumo wrestling, Shinto rituals, and tea ceremonies are still revered and practiced. This balance between preserving the past and embracing the future defines modern Japan, making it a unique and enduring cultural powerhouse.